Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is Tuesday night, September the 16th, time for the First Alert Weather Show at 9 o'clock right here, wherever you get your stream. We're glad you're on board with us tonight. I am watching your comments on the 14 News Facebook page, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, throw them on there and we will check those out about halfway through the show here tonight. Well, not much new to tell you. As you probably figured, it's going to stay hot and dry at least through the end of the week. We are not looking at anything really to upset the apple cart until over the weekend, and that's when our pattern is going to break down a little bit, and we will probably see then some good chances for rain in here. I'm just getting the feed up here so I can check your comments and make sure we're getting out and everything like that. The biggest concern that we have here, at least short term, will be that air quality alert for tomorrow. Now, to level with you, there was an alert issued. The ozone level was expected to be in the unhealthy for sensitive groups, and while it was high, it did not cross into that threshold. So that's good, kind of like when a severe thunderstorm watch doesn't pan out. But conditions will be favorable again tomorrow for elevated ozone levels. So breathing problems, anything like that, avoid outdoor exposure. And actually, pretty big area across the Midwest. We have St. Louis in one, Evansville, Louisville, Indianapolis, Cincinnati. Mainly the big metro areas around the region are having that same problem, where we have this bright sunshine, the high temperatures, and the pollution there, and not a lot of wind to divert or dilute all of that. So if you have asthma, heart disease, lung disease, things like that, just don't get out there. Otherwise, you know, if you're regularly healthy or average health, you shouldn't notice any difference if you get out there and exert. We did add a burn ban today, Du Bois County, as Arden Gregory told you earlier today. We have a whole slew of counties now with no burning until we get some decent rainfall out there. So that's kind of what we have to wait for. We're not going to get it tonight, nor will we see any tomorrow, but the weekend is holding some promise, and as we'll get to it here in a minute, you'll see the storm chances start to increase on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 30, even up to 40% now on Monday with the new model data in. Our dew point has been mercifully low the last few days. It's at 60 now. Boy, it could be a lot worse. This summer we had dew points at 75, 76, just miserable with the 90s. This time, with the low dew points, we're able to actually get that temperature cooled down very rapidly once the sun sets. So again, another positive outlook here on the otherwise unseasonably hot weather that will continue into the weekend and perhaps even into the first day of fall there on Monday. Rain potential, let's look at this. The GFS has gotten a little more generous with rainfall now, half an inch showing in the next 7 days across the area, and that would be from the combined action of several rounds of showers and storms. Temps are really not notable east of the Rockies. We still have 101 in Phoenix, 94 at Las Vegas, but not bad here in the Midwest and the plains, and we will see our temperatures again drop into the lower 60s overnight. So, you know, it's not bad if you get out there in the evening. It's kind of like being out west when we have this low humidity. The air heats up, but then it cools out very nicely at night. 93 was our high today. We had a 62-degree low this morning, and that means our string of 90-degree days now extends to 5. We will probably get 8 in there total before we break down the heat wave over the weekend. And of course, no rainfall either. We still need rain desperately, maybe over the weekend. I just keep pushing everything off to the weekend. It's like kick the can. 90s tomorrow, again, 90 to 95 for the high. We do have active weather out in Nebraska and western Kansas. And as soon as our high pressure right here begins to ease a little bit, then that will move in. We also have an interesting coastal storm that came up into the Chesapeake Bay there, and coastal flooding is a concern there along the Delmarva Peninsula and the East Coast. Our tropical system continues to develop out here. This will likely be Gabrielle, 90% chance of formation in the next 7 days. Still nothing really coming together over the Caribbean, which is good news if you have a cruise scheduled or are traveling down there. Same for the Gulf. If you're going to Florida or any place around the rim there, you should be fine. And of course, our storm risk is just about zero between now and Thursday, certainly. I think by the end of the week and the weekend, we will see some areas there outlook for thunderstorms by Saturday and Sunday. So our high pressure moves out. Watch the line here. This is where that cold front comes together. And you can see by late Friday night, we do have some showers showing up there on our western flank. Most of that will continue through Friday night into early Saturday. Maybe another flare up there Saturday night going into Sunday. And then Sunday night going into Monday and maybe Tuesday as well. So if we can't get at least a measly half-inch of rain out of that, then I don't know what we're going to do. Both the GFS and the European are advertising rain in that same time frame. Timing is slightly different, but at this stage, or this many days out, not too much to worry about. The fact is they're both hinting at rain. 62 tonight and clear. The high tomorrow gets up to 92. We have sunny skies again. And over the 7-day forecast, rain chances increase beginning Saturday and continuing through the early half of next week. Still warmer than normal. Remember, the average high this time of the year is like 80, 79. So we are going to be way above that, and still probably average or below average rainfall for the same time period. Well, come on now, machine. The machine doesn't want to advance here. Well, that's interesting. What's going on with that? Well, that means I can't show you a pet pic if it's not going to go. All right, well, we'll let it, there it goes. Well, I'll wait for the program to respond. I'm getting the white screen of death over here on this side. Well, there it went. Well, now what did it do? It turned my picture sideways. Just when I thought we were going to get through here without any sort of ugly incident. I'll get this fixed. William Raleigh is our pet pick. By the way, tonight, Tesla. And Tesla, I guess in that little computer glitch, turned sideways again. So we'll rotate Tesla back the other way. And this will probably look a little better here once we get it set up. Nothing like building the graphics on the fly here for you. There we go. And then we'll give it a little more aspect ratio, like so. Well, that's a fine picture of a dog there. We'll just put that in, and I'll leave that behind me here before we get to Science Corner. Okay, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. All right, let's see here. Jeff Miller wants rain. Yes, I'm with you there, brother. Sharon Weaver likes the information. Lenny Howard giving a thumbs up there despite the dry and everything. Rhonda Dougherty's a fan there, and we have Paula Schaefer saying good evening. All right. Doesn't look like we got anybody enraged there with a little computer reboot on the air. So this is William Raleigh's dog, Tesla, by the way. William's a big rail fan. All right, for Science Corner tonight, this is kind of pseudo-science, right? It's weather lore, weather folklore. Some of the weather folklore that we say and that we talk about is actually based in some truth, you know, like red sky at night. Travelers delight, red sky morning. Sailors take warning because typically the sky will have a reddish cast in the morning as the sun comes up if storms are moving in from the west. It's a little hard to explain. My favorite one that is more reliable than all those is Ring Around the Moon. Rain will come soon. But there is also a contingent of persimmon seed believers out there. And so as it turns out, as I'll show you here in a minute, the persimmon seeds haven't quite come to a consensus on how the winter is going to play out. Well, there we go. So first off, the persimmon, as you know, the weather lore is actually based on Ozark, American Ozark traditions down in Missouri and Arkansas and that. I don't know if you've eaten a persimmon before or had occasion to. It can be extremely bitter. I mean, your lips will pucker for a week if you eat one that's not ripe. They have to be ripe, very ripe, and then they turn real sweet, and they're actually pretty good. Persimmons are healthy, as it turns out. That's probably why deer and raccoons and animals love to eat them off the, when they fall under the tree. They're high in vitamin A and C. And persimmon wood, if any of you are golfers, you might have a set of, if they still make woods that are made out of persimmon. Some musical instruments made out of persimmon wood as well. It's real hard and resilient. All right, so that's enough about the persimmon tree and the persimmon itself. So here's the question at hand is what does the seed foretell? And these are a bunch of seeds gathered up by some first graders in Morganfield down in Union County, Kentucky. And you can see that we have some here that look like a knife. And the knife, at least according to the persimmon weather lore, means that an icy cutting cold is likely for the winter. And then you see a lot of spoons down here, a spoon shape in there. The spoon predicts lots of snow. And the fork, and there were a couple of forks in here, they're kind of hard to see, but the fork predicts a mild winter. All right, so this first grade class in Morganfield tallied the result. Now, this is science. You know, they created a graphic here, and they counted, you know, empirical method and all. They came up with lots of spoons. So as it turns out, Miss Lavelle's first grade class in Morganfield is predicting a lot of snow this year. And there they are, at least some of them, and Mrs. Lavelle. So we appreciate that. Oh, she's doing the cutting up there. So anyway, now that's hands-on science. That's what it's all about. That gets everybody excited about weather and persimmons. If you can get excited about them. I hope she didn't let them eat any until they were good and ripe, though, because they are bitter. Okay, there we go. William Raleigh is watching. Sorry, Tesla had a little glitch there. Our computer kind of coughed up on me here. That was at the north side of Princeton. Okay, probably on the old B&O Railroad. I think that used to run up there. What did my seed show that I posted? Cheyenne Hammonds wants to know. It was kind of inconclusive. It looked a little like a knife to me, but I think actually I didn't cut it very well. I probably should have let the seed dry more so it would have broken cleanly. But I had to use a X-Acto, razor blade to cut it. So it was just kind of a smudgy fork knife. Maybe it was a spork. Remember how you used to get those at Kentucky Fried Chicken? It was a spoon, it was a fork, a little round thing. Anyway, well, you can go out and check your persimmon seeds and let me know what you find. In the meantime, I'm going to go back out to the weather office here and get ready for 14 News at 10. I appreciate you watching here tonight, and stay safe. We will see you tomorrow night and on 14 News at 10. Have a good night.